Hello everyone, this is BigBubbleTV.
Number 5. Roswell. The event that kickstarted more than half a century of conspiracy theories surrounding unidentified flying objects, UFOs. Something did crash at Roswell, New Mexico sometime before July 7, 1947, and at first, the US authorities stated explicitly that this was a flying saucer or DIS. Numerous witnesses reported seeing metallic debris scattered over a wide area, and at least one reported seeing a blazing craft crossing across the sky shortly before it crashed. In recent years, witnesses have added significant new details, including claims of a large military operation dedicated to recovering alien craft and aliens themselves, as at many 11 crash sites and alleged witness intimidation. In 1989, former mortician Glenn Dennis claimed that he was involved in alien autopsies which were carried out by the Roswell Air Force Base. The conspiracy theory has been fanned by US military, repeatedly changing its story. Within hours of the Army telling reporters that it had recovered the crashed saucer, senior officer insisted that the only thing that had fallen from the sky had been a weather balloon. A report from the Office of the Secretary of the Air Force, released in 1995, concluded that the report recovered from material in 1947 was likely debris from a secret government program called Project Mogul, which involved high-altitude balloons that were meant to detect sound waves generated by Soviet atom bomb tests and ballistic missiles. A second report, released in 1997, concluded that reports of alien bodies were likely a combination of innocently transferred memories of military accidents, also involving injured or killed personnel, and the recovered anthropomorphic. What the fuck is that? Anthro something dummies in the military programs like Project High Dive conducted in 1950s. This is top 5. What is that anthropomorphic? Number 4. September 11, 2001, or else known as 9/11. Thanks to the power of the web and live broadcasts on television, the conspiracy theories surrounding the events of 9/11, when the terrorists attacked the New World Trade Center in the New York and Pentagon in Washington, have surpassed those of Roswell and JFK interaction. Despite repeated claims by Al-Qaeda that it planned, organized, and orchestrated the attacks, several official and unofficial investigations into the collapse of Twin Towers, which concluded the structural failure was responsible, and the footage of the event themselves, the conspiracy theories continue to grow in strength. The theories range from those who believe that the US government had prior warning of the attacks but did not do enough to stop them, to those who believe that Bush administration deliberately turned into a blind eye to those warnings because it wanted a pretext to launch wars into the Middle East. A large group of people, collectively called the 9/11 Truth Movement, cite evidence that an airliner did not hit the Pentagon and that the World Trade Center could not have been brought down by earlier impacts and burning aviation fuel alone. Many witnesses, including firemen, policemen, and people who were inside the towers at the time, claim that they have heard explosions below the aircraft impacts, including in basement levels, and before the boat collapses and the attack themselves. As with the assassination of JFK, the official inquiry into the events of 9/11, the Commission report, is widely derived by the conspiracy community and held up as a further evidence that 9/11 was like an inside job. Scientific journals have consistently rejected these hypotheses. Number 3. The assassination of John F. Kennedy. JFK was shot on Friday, November 22, 1963 in Dallas, Texas at 12:30 p.m. He was fatally wounded by gunshots while riding with his wife, Jacqueline Kennedy, in a motorcade. The 10th month investigation of the Warren Commission of 1963 to 1964, the United States House selected the Committee of Assassinations, HCCA, of the 1976 to 1979, and other government investigations concluded that the president had been assassinated by Lee Harvey Oswald, who was himself shot dead by Jack Ruby while in the police custody. But doubts the official explanation of the concussion that Oswald was lone gunman firing from the Texas Book Depository overlooking Dealey Plaza where the Kennedy was hit surfaced soon after the commission report. Footage of the motorcade taken by Abraham Zapruder, that's a weird last name, on 8mm film supported the growing belief that at least 4 shots were fired, no the 3 that Warren Commission claimed. The moment of impact recorded on film also suggested that at least one of them shots came from a completely different direction to those supposedly fired by Oswald, evidence backed up by testimony of the several eyewitnesses. Many believe that several shots were fired by gunmen hidden behind a picket fence on a grassy knoll overlooking the plaza. In 1979, the House Select Committee of the Assassinations found both the original FBI investigation and the Warren Commission report to be seriously flawed. The HCSA also concluded that there were at least 4 shots fired, that it was probable that a conspiracy existed. However, later studies, including one by the National Academy of Sciences, have called into question the accuracy of the evidence provided by this organization to support its finding of 4 shots. That's it. Number 2. NASA faked the moon landings. Some of the theories surrounding this subject are that the Apollo astronauts did not land on the moon. NASA and possibly others intentionally deceived the public into believing that the landings did occur by manufacturing, destroying, or tampering with evidence, including photos, telemetry tapes, transmission, and rock samples, and that NASA had possibly others continue to actively participate in the conspiracy of this day. Those who think that NASA faked some or all of the landings based their theories on photographs from the lunar surface, which they claim they show camera crosshairs partially behind rocks, a flag planted by Buzz Aldrin moving to a strange way, and the lack of stars over lunar landscape and shadows falling to different direction. Many commentators have published detailed rebuttals to the hoax claims, and those theories have been generally discounted. Thank you very much. Which leads us to number 1, and of course, which else than Illuminati and the New World Order, a conspiracy in which powerful and secretive groups, the Illuminati, the Bilderberg Group, and the other shadow cabals, are plotting to rule mankind with a single world government. Many historical events are said to have been engineered by these groups with one goal, the New World Order. The groups use political finance, social engineering, mind control, and fear-based propaganda to achieve their aims. Signs of the NWO are said to be the Pyramid of the Reverse, Great Seal of the United States, strange and disturbing murals of Denver International Airport, and the pentagrams and city plans. International organizations such as the World Bank, the IMF, the European Union, the United Nations, and NATO are listed in the founding organization of the New World fucking Order. This is fucking lame. Stop it and fucking delete it.